So I'm Pat Krosky. I'm currently working with Muckrock as a lead developer. I think hi Mike on Document Cloud, which has a lot of uses on a lot of these other projects. So I'd like to talk to you if you need to store lots of documents. We manage terabytes of them every day for different journalists. But anyway, today I'm here to give you an update on the Windfall Awareness Project, which has been a long ongoing project at Code for Boston. We're really excited with all the volunteer engagement. We've had 40 committers over the course of the last 4 or 5 years and over 140 people that have kind of been involved in the conversation. So we're super excited to give you an update. We kicked this project off in 2018 with Congressman Seth Moulton, and one of their caseworkers walked into Code for Boston and was like, hey, is this something you would help me with? I had a lot of my constituents sort of reaching out to me and contacting, sort of explaining that they're facing this strange challenge with Social Security. When they turn 61, the amount that Social Security says they're going to be getting drops by up to half, and on the mailing that they get on their birthday. So in order to address this kind of confusion, especially that affects about 6 different states around the country, 6 or 7, including Massachusetts, just sort of coming down to a strange choice of how we manage our state and local retirement programs here. Back 50 or so years ago, we sort of went in depth with these users and tried to understand how we could help them see their benefits more clearly. There's a specific issue that, like I said, affects these states. It's called the Windfall Elimination provision in the corner here. And basically, Massachusetts is one of the most affected states. Almost all of our teachers and firefighters and so forth are affected by this. And especially if they have a mixed career, like a lot of us nowadays, we will come and have a career that's a lot of different types of jobs. And so some of them will be paid into Social Security, some of them will not. And if they've worked a substantial amount of time with as a state or local employee, they could be heavily affected by this. In any case, the calculator on the federal government website isn't very good and not very usable specifically. And it has a complicated formula that's hard to do in a spreadsheet. It's possible, but a little bit difficult. And it affects several million retirees. So also, there's, like I said, very little notification. So we built, over the course of 2018, right? 2019, we built this app that walks people through it in a more user-friendly way. This calculation, it works for anyone that needs to apply for Social Security when you turn in the 60, 67 and whatnot, depending on your age when you're born. But it will specifically cater to, especially well, to people that are affected by this Massachusetts issue, Windfall. And so we, in 2022, we spoke to Jim and I, who is in the room somewhere. There you are, Jim. So Jim and I spoke to a CPA, certified financial planner. There's an acronym there, ZFP, that we spoke to, that the Congressman Moulton's office had put us in touch with back a while ago. And he was saying how the advisors must be really confident in the answers we get, and that this project is really fantastic. And sort of imagine how we might think about this project going forward and the kinds of partnerships that you all might be able to help work with us on. But really quick, recapping the things that have happened since 2019. We all, many of us on Zoom, on Slack, have hunkered down, and we implemented a more detailed calculator that the federal government made available as open source, which is a Windows app. We put it on a website. That's the first thing. I'll go into that more in a second. The second thing we did was we visualized the user's own formula so that they could see exactly how it affects them. And then next, we hope to, like I said, think about maybe having growth workshops with financial advisors to get more people adopting this app and walking other people through it using the app. So this was the detailed calculator called NEPIA. You could go to the Social Security Administration's website and download the source code for this. You can see it there on the right. SocialSecurity.gov makes NEPIA.exe. Like I said, it's a Windows app. And thanks to many of the volunteers in this room, we did something that seems impossible, but is actually possible. And we took a Windows app and we put it inside a website without sort of needing any kind of backend. It just runs in your browser. And so you can see in the middle there, sort of the same things that you see on the right, the Windows app. And when you load this website, it actually starts this Windows app and gives you the same results, but in a much more user-friendly way. So many thanks to Dan, who is over there. You're welcome to come up and say words on this if you'd like. But in any case, it's so great to be in the same room for a minute. And I just wanted to appreciate everyone. Another thing we did this year was the benefit formula. So we worked with Congressman Bolton's office to determine what this should look like with their users, and then we implemented it over the course of the pandemic, thanks to the detailed calculator, which has all of the individual calculations we needed. And then finally, this is what we're kind of looking towards. The financial plan, the financial planner we spoke to had recommended that we speak to the Financial Planning Association of Massachusetts, and also that we pursue a course explaining how to use the tool, offering continuing education credits to financial planners. And he thought that would be a fantastic use of all of the work that all the volunteers have put together. And so that's kind of where the project stands and where we would like to build off of from here. So if you have any questions or so forth, welcome, but have a great night. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Thad. Definitely appreciate the hard work that the folks at Windfall Awareness have put in, both from a technical aspect and also from a relationship aspect. It was really exciting when Congressman Moulton first entered a Code for America brigade, that being Code for Boston, into the congressional record at a hearing about this. So really the impact is being felt on the federal level, and we love the idea of partnering with more legislators. So if there are any legislators out there that want to do a Code for Boston project to make things more exciting and more interactive and more helpful for your constituents, feel free to reach out to us. The next project, oh, did you have?
I can also speak to that really quick. So also I would like to really quickly explain, there's been a whole other project that grew out of this connection with Congressman Seth Moulton to the Select Committee for Modernization of Congress over the course of the last 2 years, which has also been super exciting, down at Code for DC. And so that's another project to get involved with, tracking the constituent flags you might order. So great, yeah, we really like partnering, and thanks to everyone for all your efforts.
Yeah, thanks for that. I do remember my days of being an intern in the House of Representatives in DC and lugging those flags across the Capitol and House office buildings. So a lot of times is the mundane little things where technology can make a pretty big difference, even if it is for congressional interns.